Hello fellow gardeners, this is Wendy at Interior Seed Fertilizer. Just itching to get started on my seed planting. I like to visit a chart and make sure I'm getting my timing right. You don't want to start anything too early that's going to get too long or gangly or unruly by the time it gets to go outside. Some of the earlier starting seeds will be onions. These are some storage onions, and some good information again on the packages. This is coated, so you're going to be able to see how and where to plant these. All the information is on the back of the seed pack as far as depth and timing, so watch for your timing. And these sow at about half an inch, quarter of an inch deep, and I've just made some little divots in the soil here, and I'm going to drop one in. I wanted to show you the size of the seeds here, but what I like to use is an envelope or a stiff piece of paper folded, and then you can just let them fall out or give them a little help with a pointed tip. And something else I'd like to mention, I always have the seed labels ready. There's nothing worse than sowing a bunch of seeds at the same time and not sure what you've got growing where. So have your labels ready and just feed your onions or seeds into the hole with a little divot in there. They fall nicely into place. And then you can just top up that with just a little sprinkling. You don't want to have these too deep. And my soil is a little bit moist, but I have here a squirt bottle to water so that you don't wash away your seeds. Just give it a little pat, give it some water, and put your label in. And we've got some heat sheets available and domes. You want to be able to hold your moisture in. Some seeds germinate at a warmer temperature than others, so the heat mats are really handy to get those seeds germinating. Sometimes it cuts germination time in half. Make sure you're using sterile starter mix. You don't want to have any future problems with damping off, which is a fungal disease. We really encourage you to use new fresh trays. If you want to reuse your trays, you can. Just make sure you give them a dunk in a 10% bleach solution. Give them a wash, make sure they're sterile. I like to use a cat litter pan. It fits perfectly. I can just dunk my trays in there, give it a swish, and let them dry. Once the seedlings are up, you want to wait until the seedlings emerge, and you'll be able to tell the germination rate by the back of the package on the information. It'll say however many days to sprout or germinate. Once they have germinated and come up with 2 sets of true leaves after their first set, give them some 10-52-10 Emerge water-soluble fertilizer just to keep them from stretching and reaching to the light. And if you don't have a nice lighted area, there are grow lights available in different widths for your space. It depends on what you've got available, but it's important to have giving them light so they don't stretch. Seeds that are just germinating don't need any light, but once they come up, you want to offer that light to them. Here I am with my little seedlings that I've already planted. I wanted to discuss a little bit about airflow and humidity. These domes I like because they're vented. Once it gets too sweaty, you can let out some humidity. And we've got different sizes of trays available, different cell sizes. Sometimes you want to just sow a mass planting, and some of the cells are deeper for a deeper rooted plant. Earlier I mentioned a seed starting chart, and here it is. What a great legend it has, but it'll differentiate between starting seeds indoors and when, as opposed to direct sowing, which you'll want to wait for your proper timing. As an example, beans will want a much warmer soil temperature, so don't plant them yet. Another thing that I'd like to talk about is if you're a new gardener, site selection for your garden after you've got your sprouts already, you'll want at least 6 to 8 hours of sunlight. Some of the leafy vegetables can tolerate a lower level, but nothing will thrive without that 6 to 8 hours of direct sunlight. So think about that for your site selection and your plot planning. Talk to other gardeners and read the packages for heights on things and watering needs. One thing I planted was borage one year, and it was a great companion plant for my tomato or for my strawberries, but it soon took over. So watch out for that. Give yourself a lot of space and come and see us at the store. We'd love to help you answer any questions you might have. Thanks again.